Sander.
Thank you, Madam Deputy Speaker, for allowing me to rise. Today's budget is where we start to turn this country around. We begin to rebuild prosperity, we rekindle the belief that things can get better. With this budget, we begin to rebuild hope. Now, I became an economist and then a member of Parliament to help set budgets in this chamber, because what we spend, what we tax, what we invest, it determines the future of us all. In my teenage years, I did have the privilege of growing up under a Labour government, and I saw great Labour chancellors from that dispatch box deliver budgets that built a better Britain, a Britain where wages grew, where hospitals were built, and where poverty fell. But more than that, I saw a budget and a country created where hope and graft were rewarded, renewed, and refreshed by a Labour government that delivered on its promises. But then I became an adult and I grew up under a Conservative government. A government that cut investment and created a no-growth economy with the worst fall in wages since Napoleon, that cut home insulation and blocked clean energy, leaving us dependent on fossil fuels supplied by dictators like Putin, that blocked house building so young people in my generation saw house prices soar while their wages only fell, that cut defence and weakened our armed forces. And on this side of the House, we understand that amateurs talk tactics and professionals talk logistics. That is what this Conservative government left us and gave us for my entire adult life. Until now. Winning the last election means that this Labour government can rebuild our nation's prosperity, rebuild a country where wages rise, where things do get better, investing in our schools so kids could learn more today and earn more tomorrow, investing in our NHS so that temporary illnesses don't stop us from working permanently, investing in clean energy so we get bills down for good, and investing in our police so we can go to the shops without fear. And investing in homes for my generation. Mum and Dad, we love you, but it's time for the kids to move out. Rebuilding this nation, brick by brick, it is hard and it is patient work. We won't notice how each brick changes this country. We do not notice the inches that make up a mile. But slowly, surely, certainly, as we invest in this nation, we will create a more prosperous Britain, a Britain where each of us can and will thrive. Now, some of us, including myself, will measure that progress in numbers and graphs. But what we create will be defined by so much more. A country defined by hope, defined by pride, a country where tomorrow is better than today, a country built by a Labour government upon budgets delivered by a Labour Chancellor. Thank you, Madam Deputy Speaker.